Hello everyone and welcome to my dining room. This year has surely presented us with a lot of challenges, and we have been given such a great opportunity to adapt to those new circumstances presented to us. Today I would like to address one of those circumstances that I have been forced to adapt to this school year. And so I will begin my talk entitled God Save the Greenhouse. I sit before you today asking for your help. We have lost our home and need it back. Help us to gain the support we need to renovate the Armentrout house. So, why am I, the senior who will be leaving in a mere month, coming to you and asking for something that I can't have? Because I love that place and hope that it is available for those who come after me. The adventures had, friends made, lessons learned. Everyone should at least have the option to experience those things in such a special place. I lived in Sewanee for 3 years as a youngster, getting to know the place and the earth a little better each day. Some of my earliest memories are playing in the woods behind my friend's house and locking eyes with a young buck who took off in a flash. Learning to ride my bike in front of my house on Laurel Drive and hiking from Morgan Steep to the Cross and meeting a copperhead along the way. I found my sense of adventure and fell in love with nature there. I spent a good portion of my time at Sewanee as a student trying to find that place again. I found it, then lost it, and then I found it for real. I found my home in the greenhouse, at the Armentrout house. The sense of community enveloped me, and I discovered that this place was filled with people who cared. They are the people who want to challenge themselves to go above and beyond the average student to advocate for environmentalism and live intentionally and thoughtfully. Not only are these people planning events, but they are being completely immersed in their education. You don't become fluent in any language if you are just sitting in classes listening to what professors have to say. Rather, you have to go immerse yourself in a place where you are forced to speak the language to stay afloat. Touchstone research says that immersive learning is fun, stimulates the senses, adds a gaming aspect, gives users the right to safely fail and learn by doing. This type of learning has a 100% attention rate from its users, is 5 times more engaging than any other media, and yields a 75 to 90% knowledge retention rate. If the university wants to teach students how to live responsibly with respect to the environment, a place for students to stay accountable, experiment with the right tools, and not be afraid to make a mess is needed. We need a space that allows students to immerse themselves, like language students, into green living. The Armentrout house is the perfect place for this type of living. I learned an incredible amount from living there in just 1 year. I was known as the chicken's mother, so I had to make sure they were let out in the morning, fed, watered, and put to bed at night. I had the opportunity to raise up 10 non-human lives. They loved me so much that they would fall asleep in my lap and run to me as I approached the chicken run. I even trained them to follow me from the run to the garden without straying by the end of the semester. I cherish those memories. There's no other place on campus that allows you to have experiences like this. Aside from experimental living and immersive learning, the Armentrout house has filled a very important niche on campus. The greenhouse is one of the few places on campus whose doors can be opened for anyone at any time. It is one of the few places that brings students, faculty, staff, and community together in a casual and organic fashion. It is the only living space that allows students to truly live experimentally and gives us the opportunity to take responsibility of managing a garden and chickens. Additionally, this kind of space is a place where students can go to breathe and to feel truly at home. They feel a slightly heightened sense of freedom on a campus that sometimes makes it feel like we are always being watched or regulated. It's an oasis in a desert. In a Greek-heavy and substance-heavy environment, I am shocked that progress seems slow to fill such an important niche on campus that provides a home for those not involved in the Greek scene and those seeking more than just partying at a fraternity every weekend. There is a significant group of individuals who feel lost now that they do not have this space on campus. The greenhouse is one of the most unique and special parts of Sewanee. Sewanee has signed the Talwars Declaration, a 10-point action plan developed by university leaders globally to show each institution's commitment to environment and sustainability in higher education. Additionally, Sewanee has vowed to tackle building up an environmentally responsibility community per the Sustainability Master Plan, which was published online in 2013 and formulated closer to 2004. Since these commitments have been made, the university has exploited our campus's environmentalism on the admissions front, pledging to tour groups that our commitment to the environment is unwavering. The greenhouse has been the face of Sewanee's theme houses for tour groups and prospective students since the university acquired the house in 2008. Many of my colleagues made their decision to come to Sewanee because they attended a fire in the backyard of the greenhouse during Experience Sewanee. Countless FYP students have found their place at the same bonfire within the first few days of being here. The greenhouse has been instrumental in students finding out where they fit in the Sewanee community. As small of a group we are, housing a maximum of 11 students at once, the amount of support that we have been given is incredible. We have signatures showing the support of 500 students, which is just about 1/4 of the student body, and approximately 50 faculty signatures. Additionally, the greenhouse has fostered a number of student leaders, valedictorians, salutatorians, scientists, farmers, musicians, and outing program leaders, just to name a few. Greenhouse members care deeply about what they do and are dedicated to both the environment and their studies. After all, 25% of Eco House, which is the early greenhouse, and greenhouse alumni earn the status of Phi Beta Kappa. The student body's average is about 10%. We are a valuable part of the Sewanee community, which has been made apparent with the loss of the Armantrout House this year. The greenhouse is one of those special buildings that almost seems to have its own living and breathing spirit. Countless generations of students have whispered their secrets to its white walls, cried to its showers, and held hands with its banisters. The greenhouse took people in as they were, no questions asked. An unconditional love found only by the luckiest of college students. Its big white doors, always unlocked, were like a hug welcoming each and every visitor and resident into the warmth inside. Although this inside this so-called separation from the exterior world, the harshness of the environment around us, was really just a separation by concept only. Greenhouse residents, people of the out of doors, if you will, brought what they loved most inside, sometimes intentionally and sometimes not. Sure, the floors loved to collect dirt, and there were various plants and rocks scattered throughout the building, including a mysterious collection of sprouting fingerling potatoes hidden in years past. But that is part of the greenhouse's charm. Now, some of you might be wondering what the value is in living in a place that might come across as dirty. A place where spiders are kept in corners and carpenter bees are pet like dogs, rather than kindly escorted out the door. This place, the poster-covered walls, the rickety side porch, sun-bathed back porch, slack-lined trees, chicken-filled gardens, and yes, the ghost-dwelling basement, attic, and master bedroom are an unlikely paradise. Ask anyone who has lived or been in and around the greenhouse, and they will have their own story to tell of its magic. Tales of chickens found wandering the Swanee streets, tales of assisting a kind box turtle in his quest for love on an afternoon in April, tales of the fastest stair record to ever be completed, tales of late-night ghostly encounters and a one-eared cat, and most importantly, tales detailing some of the strongest bonds Swanee has ever seen and how they were born at the greenhouse. I was a rock star at Analogies in my 4th grade literature class, and would like to offer one up now. The greenhouse is to Swanee as Swanee is to the world. We all have a commonality here: Swanee. Swanee is a unique place in that its sense of community has proven stronger than the stone gates surrounding our campus. Living in EQB, we recognize our brothers and sisters no matter the age, race, or gender. We are sewn together by place and by experience, and know that once you find it, there are few places as special than the plateau we call home. The same goes for the greenhouse. Alumni are drawn to one another and recognize shared experiences brought by living in the greenhouse. Sometimes seen as a hidden gem on campus, the greenhouse has been known to bond people together over the love of the Armentrout House and our planet Earth. I have to say, as a graduating senior, now forced to complete the remainder of my final semester at home, I am thankful that we were not allowed to live in the Armentrout House this year, because living there would have made it a hell of a lot harder to say goodbye and return to my hometown. The greenhouse was truly my home away from home. It was for many of us greenhouse alumni. I could live out the rest of my days under its roof and die a very happy lady. But the greenhouse is not a place that belongs to just one group of people. It is a place that is to be shared and passed down to the eager environmentalists who will make their own adventures, write their own stories. I ask on behalf of those who will come after me, Will you support us by making the Armentrout House renovations a priority on campus? Give those who are passionate about becoming immersed in an intentionally green living a chance to experience the Eden that is the Armentrout House. Let us restore the place that is capable of fostering the next generation of movers and shakers. Thank you.